Today we're going to talk about karma. What is karma? Karma means your action, your words, and your thoughts actually create your destiny. Everything that happened to you is based on your own doing. We call it karma. Whatever you do will come back to you. Okay? So your destiny is created by your own words, your thoughts, and your action. So that we call it karma. We have a famous saying, to know of past life causes, look at the rewards you're reaping today. To find out about future lives, you need only notice what you are doing right now. So you don't need to go to a fortune teller or a psychic to know what you did in your past lifetime. Just look at what you're experiencing today. If you're very wealthy, that means you donated a lot of money. You've been very generous. That's why this lifetime, you're very wealthy. If you're very healthy, that means you were very kind. If you're very attractive, that means you never get mad. Okay, so everything has a cause and an effect, and it's all based on your doing. So you look at your life right now, then you know what you did before. And to find out about the future, to know about what's going to happen to you later, look at what you're doing right now. If you always do good deeds, you're always meditating, you're doing great mantras and chanting, you will create a wonderful future for yourself. So notice what you're doing currently, then you know what your future is going to be. In the Qing dynasty, there was a student, Mr. Yang. Mr. Yang, he was very rich, grew up in a rich family, and he studies very well. So one time he went with his friends into the city to take the imperial exam. He was sure that he was gonna do well on the exam. Before they went to a fortune teller. The fortune teller looked at him and said, "You're very smart. Unfortunately, you only have 3 more days to live. You're gonna die before the exam." Oh, he was traumatized, he was in shock. So at night, he couldn't sleep. He went for a walk. He went for a walk, he saw a lady crying. And he asked, "Why are you crying?" And she said, "My husband owed 50 gold pieces to the government and he's in jail right now. That's why he sold me. Tomorrow I have to leave my children to be a slave." And Mr. Yang said, "Can I give you the money tomorrow morning? Would it still be okay?" And she said, "Sure." So the next morning, Mr. Yang brought the lady 70 gold pieces. And he said to her, 50 gold pieces for you to return the money to government and save your husband, and 20 gold pieces for you guys to do some business so you guys can have a better life. He did that for this lady unconditionally, just gave her the money. That night he slept very well. The next day somebody knocked on his door at the hotel room. When he went to open the door, at the same time the roof of the hotel room just collapsed. So he went to open the door, he actually saved himself. So why did that happen? Because he did a very good deed. The next day he went to the fortune teller. The fortune teller looked at him again. He said, "Oh, congratulations, your life totally changed. You must have done something really good. You will live to really old age and you're gonna be a great government official." Because he did this good deed to save someone's life unconditionally. Your life is changed by your good deeds and bad deed. It's like multiplication. Do good deed, it multiplies. Do bad deed, it's like the division. Our life is depending on what we do. We call it the causes. And causes are dependent on 3 factors. First, your intention. What is your intention? That determines how much the karma weighs. For example, if you drive to work and the wheel of your car killed 1,000 ants, does that give you negative karma? No, because you didn't do it on purpose. On the other hand, if there's 2 ants on the table, you purposely killed the ants, does that have karma? Yes. Because why? It's based on intention. When you have the intention of doing something, that makes a big difference. That's how much the karma weighs. Okay, so first is depending on your intention. Second is dependent on the condition. What do we mean by condition? Who you do the deed to. For example, if you do a good deed to your parents, to your teacher because they are your benefactors. They do great things for you. You do good deeds to them, it weighs a lot. At the same time, if you do bad things, that weighs more than other people because they are the most important people to you. So who you do it to really matters too, no matter to change your karma. The third is determination, how much you want it. If you go steal someone's money, but you feel kind of guilty, you didn't really want to, but you just really have no money, you feel really guilty. If you have no guilt, you just keep stealing, that costs a lot because you wanted to do it wholeheartedly. So depending on your motive and how many times you do the deed, the karma will be different. So the karma is dependent on these three factors. What about the results? There are actually three kinds of results. First is called ripened results. You do a good deed, the good karma can happen to you this lifetime or next lifetime or many lifetimes later. We don't know because karma is very complex. It ripens at different times. It can ripen really fast or many lifetimes later. So that's called ripened result. The second is called carried over results. You will carry over results from your prior lifetime. And there's two kinds. One is called carried over behavior. The child, whenever he eats, he likes to share. That means what? Because prior lifetime, the person loves to share. That's why in this lifetime, nobody taught him, but he just loves to share. So that is called carried over behavior from your prior lifetime. And there's also experience carried over. If you've done a lot of killing in your prior lifetime, this lifetime you will experience bad health and feeling sick all the time. That's called the carried over experience. So we have a lot of carried over karma results. The third is called overall results. That's your environment. If you did a lot of sexual misconduct before, in this lifetime, you will live in a very dirty and messy place, according to the sutra. If you did very well in your prior lifetime, you will live in a beautiful house, in a beautiful country, beautiful environment. That's all based on what you did before. So what happened to you at your dying day, at the end? What counts? Now, what counts and bring you to the next lifetime? Usually on three things. First is called Vaidhi karma. Vaidhi karma is kind of like this. If you did something really significant in this lifetime, you saved someone's life, or you did something really bad, you actually killed a person, that weighs a lot. A strong negative deed or strong wholesome deed, that will take you to the next round. You can become a heavenly being if you did really well. You can go to hell, animal round, or you can be a person again. So it depending on the Vaidhi karma. So that's usually the first determinant. The second is called habitual karma. If you didn't do anything very significant this lifetime, you were just ordinary, not very good, not very bad, then it will be dependent on your habit. What do you do all the time in this lifetime? Like, what's your habit? If someone is obsessed about drawing horse, next lifetime, they will probably become a horse because you're obsessed about drawing the horse. What's your habit this lifetime? Then you will follow that habit and have that kind of karma. If you didn't have much habit and you don't have much significant deed that you did, it depends on your proximate karma. That means your thoughts at the time you're dying. You think of Amitabha Buddha. At the time when you're dying, he will come and get you because you are thinking of him. Whatever you're thinking at the time you're dying is very important. If you are very depressed, very upset when you're dying, then you're likely to go to hell. Okay, so whatever you think about at your dying moment brings you to the next lifetime. So it's very important to know the cause and the effect. So that's karma for you in a nutshell. So karma is very accurate. It's never wrong. Always has the cause and effect. It will never make any mistakes. So use this lifetime wisely to do all that is good and create a positive and wonderful karma and destiny for yourself. So that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Amitofo.